conspiracy theory, I think that from a political perspective, if they let him go, that government could win the next election. If Vybz comes out,
it's a political decision.
This is how big Cartel is. If I was the Prime Minister of Jamaica right now, Andrew Holness, I would do one, like in the movies when the president goes and meets the prisoner, but nobody knows. I would just be like, dark room, the lights overhead, and Cartel is like, what? And the president is like, the Prime Minister is like,
let's do it.
So Adidja, Mr. Palmer, you do realize that the government has the right to order a retrial, which you'll probably lose. That's how he speaks, by the way, which you'll probably lose. Or we can come to an arrangement. And here is the arrangement. If you decide to come out of jail and we let you out of jail and we approach the election, you have to make some dub plates for the Jamaica Labour Party. You have to endorse us. The choice is yours, Mr. Palmer. Another trial, possibly another life sentence, or freedom, and you support us.
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
All right, it is the mics are open. This is the
episode.
The main. Episode what?
251. I know these things.
Yo, come on, man.
Am I right?
Is it? Okay.
251.
How did we not celebrate 250?
Fam, it's like, you get married and then you get to like the 50th anniversary. It's like, what do you want for breakfast? Like,
just another day.
My name is G Money.
Andy Young.
Big C, man.
How's the man name? How you guys doing?
We're recovering, but we sound better than you.
Hey,
recovering.
Then you look like you feel.
I did a COVID test yesterday.
Oh,
for the first time since the last time. Fam, so let me paint a picture. Yesterday, I didn't go to work yesterday because my voice was messed, right? But I had to go to a photo shoot, right? So I get ready in the house, and right by the door of my house, I have this small mirror here, and I've got some cologne there. Because I always say, if I forget to put on cologne, I don't want to walk all the way back to the bedroom.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
So, bro, I get there and I'm like...
Can't smell nothing.
I'm like... I can't smell nothing. Bro, I panicked because we all know what happened the last time.
Yeah.
That happened. So I called the COVID test guy. I said, yo, you still do COVID tests? He goes, yep.
I'm still in business.
He's still in business. But now, the COVID test guy said that his main hustle now is blood tests.
Really?
So like, for example, guys, I didn't ask any questions, but he came, still had all of the equipment, all of the files and the nose and the stuff. And so I didn't have COVID, which is a
you had to go through that
okay,
again.
that's interesting. Let's unpack that. Blood tests. Home blood tests.
I don't know why somebody would call someone to the house to do a blood test.
Okay, well, there's a couple of things, yeah?
Yeah, I guess.
But
obviously,
like your uric acid.
People do that?
Because he comes, he comes, like I'm saying, he comes, he's proper, he comes with the ice-chilled box and everything.
And they just take a vial of the blood and...
Yeah, but I don't know how legal that is, like...
Oh, that's the thing.
Is it that covered?
But I feel like it might be legally covered. It's all about how has it been transported, what, and all of those. Because I believe there's things where doctors come home and everything.
True.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
But it's not that complicated. I was doing blood tests the other day,
bro.
It's just
Can we
how many blood tests there?
Can we talk about blood tests?
Yeah.
So
do they find your veins quick?
For me, yeah. I'm not squeamish like that, so it's easy.
Bro, she tried this tap. It's just like nothing.
Because you're cold-blooded.
Try everything.
You're cold-blooded.
Then I was like, I know some place with some veins.
Hey. All right, so...
I'm talking about...
So, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, my hand.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do a blood test here because it's more painful.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
So, bro, I went for my medical on Saturday. So I went to this new place. I won't mention the name. But it's like one of those internationally recognized places, blah, 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 blah. Bro, my appointment was at 7:30 in the morning. You know what time
that's perfect.
You know what time I left? 2:30 in the afternoon.
Thorough.
Bruh, so let me tell you, it's really funny because I haven't done a medical since I was sick. Be honest. Bro, you sitting there thinking about your body and you're like, there's so much that can go wrong. So like, you know, I'm in, first I get in there. She's like, oh, I got to take your blood pressure. So I sit there. The first reading, bing! I'm like, listen, I'm one of those people that once you do the first reading, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Second reading, bam, normal. Third reading, bam, normal. They check for your oxygen levels, fine. Then it's like, yo, ultrasound. Then it's X-ray. Then it's hearing test. Then it's dentistry. Then it's eyes, and then it's you got the blood test.
Do a urine?
And you haven't eaten. Maybe you can't eat for 12 hours, right? They do the urine test.
Yeah.
So they give me this bag for the urine test, right? Urine and stool test. Yo, I'm like, so I go into the washroom, and first of all, I look around the washroom. The washroom was spotless. I'm like, you know what? Even my cultured backside might be able to pass stool in this place. You get me?
Yeah.
Bruh, like I sat there and I'm like, yo, urine test, bam, easy. My stomach said to me, oi, what are you doing? So I'm like, yo, I just need to, you don't have to give me a lot. Just give me something to work with. It's like, you know the deal. It's like 5:25 every single morning. Don't come to me at 10 o'clock expecting nothing to be here. There's nothing here. Worse, did you eat yesterday? Are you carrying any... Bruh.
When your body's giving you a lecture.
My body gave me a lecture and was like... So I went back I was so embarrassed. I went back to the lady at the reception. I'm like, I've put the urine style, but I haven't done the stool sample. She's like, oh, no, just take the bottle home. And I was like...
You know, it's actually interesting that you mentioned that. I had to do the same, right? A couple of weeks back. And they told me urine and stool. And for me, it was smack in the afternoon. I'm like, urine, you can get that any day. Bro, like, you see, G actually had a conversation with himself. I didn't even bother because I was just like, it's not happening. But what is actually interesting, now I can see, like, doctors have the kind of same reasoning because I was told you can go home and come back with it.
Yeah.
You get, like, I was just like,
the thing about
home.
I haven't taken it.
We will look for it. We are going to find it.
It's not that deep.
I promise you. No, I become Liam Neeson, bro. We have to cause. I can't do the math of
coming back now.
Yeah, for what? We're here.
Bro, like for me, you know,
I call my body for a meeting. Yes, let's talk now.
Like, you know, the craziest thing about like hospitals is there's the fear of it. And then once you start to get comfortable and you want to like really, like the way G was saying, I also had to get an ultrasound, right? And the whole time I was getting the ultrasound, I was just thinking about you guys because it was a dude who's like pressing me and everything. And I'm just thinking Andy would have been like, pause.
Why are you thinking about
like he did the whole damn
So
thing.
basically what you're saying is that as a dude touched you, four of us.
You thought about
I've had a...
I don't know whether to be flattered.
I had the guy who does... What are the guys who... So he must be a nurse, the guy who's doing the ultrasound, right? And he wrote such a good report. Like he pressed everything. He's like, your liver, this, that, what. Then the other doctor touched me as well.
Right.
How many
but the
weeks
first
pregnant?
doctor who touched me was a lady. And she had to touch me like around here. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. But I think the takeaway that I guess from doing those medicals, and I think obviously, as I always say, you know, speaking from a point of privilege, is that for me, I left that when I did the medical and then the doctor was like, you're all clear, you're in good shape, just watch this, watch that. And most of the advice for me was diet. Because she was like, you know, because you don't eat in the morning. But now when you eat at lunch, your sugar spikes and blah, blah, blah. So she goes, just give your body the chance to do this thing. So I've started to eat in the morning now.
Oh, that wasn't your thing? Like you never used to eat in the morning?
No, I never used to eat
time?
until after lunch, until after gym.
For me, I always eat at like 10 o'clock. So in the morning, I've just always struggled.
Right, but I eat at 1, 2 o'clock.
2. Yeah. But now what I've
you
had to
survive?
cancel and I'm really struggling with is bloody coffee, man. I can't take coffee no more.
Yeah,
You are addicted, Amma.
No. It's just coffee. So by the time I'm like walking out of the studio, I'll have probably had like 3 mugs of
That's
coffee.
too much, bro.
Yo, so by the time like you're doing like a test of your blood pressure, you're on records, and then you've not eaten. You get what I mean? So it's
Lunch is the only thing I'd be willing to skip, but maybe I'll have snacked after breakfast, but I can never miss breakfast.
Really?
I'm big on breakfast.
Oh, man,
I've even said it here before. I'll be so open to go on a breakfast date as opposed to any other date. Because that's how much I love breakfast. Ikitelewa sana, maybe brunch. And I'm also a big fan of brunch.
But you know what? That's a perfect interlude into, everything that's happening in the country. Have you guys seen the new insurance fund?
Oh, the one that you have to now re-sign up for.
Yeah, re-sign up for. And how the president was over here giving us ultimatums.
All right, well, before we get into that, I want to big up everyone. Of course, all of our customers, all of our year customers, courtesy of Co-op Bank. And if you are a creator, if you are a digital creator, make sure that you definitely get yourself sorted with the year account. And what I've realized also is that as you transact and as you do your business, the Co-op, they learn more about you. And eventually, if you ever do need access to a line of credit, Co-op Bank will be in a position to help you up, courtesy of, as a young entrepreneur.
You guys should ask me, has Co-op Bank come through for me?
Have they?
Yes, they have.
Uh-huh.
Oh, trust me. By the way, I keep telling you guys, you know me, I'm a customer of Co-op. I know what my loan balance is. And especially when you deal a business account, it's perfect. Like, how you're transacting, as per any institution, gives you a line of credit, right? So I am what you call a testament.
You're a testament. Yeah, so I think, and also, I'm gonna tell you a bit more about how you can also, if you have a year account and you are, you're a young digital creator, you're doing your thing, you can also get a till number as well to speed up your payments, and it's actually instantaneous. If I pay your till, boom, straight to your account. But we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah,
I
like that actually.
Yeah, before we get done bigging up people, major shout going out to everyone who came through to Karura Forest.
Yes.
For, the wellness walk.
Wow.
Vibes.
It was good.
I mean,
vibes.
we were struggling with flu and everything, but it was worth.
What time did you guys start?
We started at 9.
Yeah, around 9.
And then we finished by like 11:30.
11:30, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, like, this was definitely a wellness walk because I was so flued up that I needed to be. It felt good to be out there as well, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, with nature.
But it's really funny how this walk took longer than the other ones.
Oh,
and it was shorter.
And it was shorter, yeah.
The other, we did we have 5 and 10?
We did 8.
Because this one was 8.
So we did 5, we did 10, and this one was 8.
Yeah. So the last time there was 5, 10, but this we did 8.
But I think the other one, because guys knew that there were vibes back happening on the football field.
Yeah.
Guys are like,
quick, let's
good
go.
vibes, man. But I also have a problem with the you. I have a problem with you.
What have they done?
There were, I think, between 350 or 500 tickets available for free. And they were on the Tokaya website, so you could just go and download your tickets, right? How do the tickets all get downloaded in like 2 days, yet only a third of the people who downloaded tickets show up?
Oh.
So basically, guys have gone and downloaded 2 tickets, whatever, and not shown up.
Okay.
And then on the morning of the event, there are so many people calling the phone, like, how do I get a ticket? How do I do this? So basically, guys took tickets and then didn't show. So you know what you've done now? The next one is going to be a charge, because if you pay your money, then I think you'll definitely come. Because it was free, you guys were just like, give me 5.
Pop. I'll get the mandem, and then you're waking up the guy.
Even shout going out to his cousin, his friend, this one, Byron, his boy. Is he your cousin? Is that your pal, eh? Tell him he's an idiot. So this guy, his pal, he gets 4 tickets. Then the night before, I see him like, Sheree on IG, like, today, we're dancing, Nondis have won, tomorrow morning fitness walk. Nothing.
Hey, and do you know?
Odiambo plays for Nondis. What's his position? He's a winger. Oh, Bruce, fly half. You fly half. Bruce Odiambo of Nondis, waste man.
And so many people had come straight from Sherehe. Like, so many people hadn't been home.
Damn.
Like, guys came straight from the bash.
Committing to the cause.
Straight, Ouija, Wagwan.
Oh,
Hey.
Ouija was DJing the night before.
Let me tell you, the walk was vibes for so many levels.
Man.
The next one, we're going to try and do one in August, just to keep the vibes going.
Yeah, we need
Because
one,
happiness can happen any time of the day or year. But if you came out,
I
thank you
got
very
a
much.
message randomly on Saturday. Shagwena to Katambi, Doreen, sent me a message. She's like, yo, I think it was the whole Vybz Kartel. We got to speak about that. The euphoria of all of it. When's the next
Dancehall versus
dancehall? I was like, I don't know. We can plan one.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
takes a high.
Yo,
The pressure is
bro.
on. Now the
I
pressure
was
is on.
like, so I asked her, "What go on?" She's like, "Me and a couple of friends are speaking about it, right?" And they were at the last one. You get. So it was
Shout out to
just
Doreen.
really dope to check it out, man.
Vybz Kartel though.
Vibes, bro.
Well, you see, it's one of those ones where
No, tell us, aficionado, what's the verdict? What are the people on the ground saying? Is he coming out or not?
you know the ground I'm on is in Kenya, eh?
Yeah, I know, but at least, if you tell me to pick a number to someone in Jamaica,
So I
got
think
one.
this is what I think with Vybz Kartel, right? So basically, the Privy Council said they questioned the sentence because of whatever the flawed judgment. It's now gone back to the court in Jamaica, the High Court of Appeal. So the court in Jamaica has to say either we're gonna do a retrial or set him free. So that's what we are now in that. Now I was thinking, and
My guy's done how long now?
it's until over 10 years.
Okay.
Conspiracy theory, I think that from a political perspective, if they let him go, that government could win the next election. Bro. If they don't go, if Vybz comes out, if they
Oh, it's a political
bro,
decision.
this is how
now.
big Cartel is. If I was the Prime Minister of Jamaica right now, Andrew Holness, you
met him.
I would do one, like in the movies when the president goes and meets the prisoner, but nobody knows. I would just be like, dark room, the lights overhead, and Cartel is like, oh, a war. And the president is like, the Prime Minister is like,
Let's do it.
so Adija, Mr. Palmer, you do realize that the government has the right to order a retrial, which you'll probably lose. That's how he speaks, by the way, which you'll probably lose. Or we can come to an arrangement. And here is the arrangement. If you decide to come out of jail and we let you out of jail and we approach the election, you have to make some dub plates for the Jamaica Labour Party. You have to endorse us. The choice is yours, Mr. Palmer. Another trial, possibly another life sentence, or freedom, and you support us. Oh.
Oh, damn.
Bro.
What do you think you'd do, though? Because now we're invested.
But here's the thing now. Vybz is on the other side politically.
Oh.
You get?
Yeah.
So now, do I switch off of my
For freedom.
Gaza for freedom?
Mm.
Bro, Cartel, if you listen, freedom is a must. There's only one election. You can switch afterwards.
Damn, it's crazy.
That's tough.
But just
That's
seeing Twitter, everyone reacting, everyone
Globally.
like,
No, but I think we'd accept it globally.
But you
If
know what's actually-
if that's what it takes for Vybz to be free, do it.
Yeah.
but that's,
Do it.
that's
Like a couple
actually-
of records, and we're going to bump to them in the club. Believe you me.
But you know what? But
Yeah.
you know what? Like I love Vybz and everything that is done for the culture. You know, we can never take that away.
Yeah.
But also, as proper journalists, we need to look
can't-
at it from
the other
both sides
side.
of the coin. Because imagine you're the man who was killed, right? He had a family. I don't know if he had kids and everything.
True.
And those kids are now seeing the reaction to that.
But here, I agree with you. But the thing about it is like justice must not only be done; it must be seen to be done. I'm not advocating for freedom for someone who's killed somebody. Let me put it out there clearly. But I do advocate for a fair trial. And the guy's body was never found. Whatever they said, I don't know what they said happened to the body. Whatever. Anyway, whatever. That's irrelevant.
So that's the thing. But
So
anyway.
the point is, I'm trying to say is convict him by all means if you can do so without flawed evidence. Because you see, there are too many cases of I don't know if he did it or not. I don't know if he was involved or not. But it's for you to prove that he did it and not use any dodgy evidence. You know what I'm trying to say?
But now let's talk about it, right? So Vybz out. Can he save dancehall?
Yes.
No, like
teach.
for real.
Listen,
real.
Have you noticed even in dancehall, yeah, there are now rhythms dropping again. We went for a good 6, 7, 8 years with no rhythm, just singles and all these things. Now I can tell you there's a couple of rhythms that have come out over the last few weeks that are pretty decent. The caliber of artists that we used to maybe are not on them as much, right? But if the rhythm culture comes back and Cartel is out on road, every artist is going to want to be on that
How
rhythm
old
with
is he
Cartel.
going to be if he comes out now?
Cartel's got to be in his 40s.
Yeah. Okay.
Still killing it.
So Buju's out. Cartel is out. The Jamaica Cruise.
Ninja Man is not out. But that's another story.
No. I'm saying Jamaica Cruise, the one from
Welcome to
Florida.
Jam Rock.
Jamrock. Well, I want to do that cruise this year.
You want to do it?
Yeah. I'm in the process.
Seriously, you know Nikki's here. Nikki does it.
Oh, Nikki does it.
Yeah.
A couple of my friends did it, right? So what was actually crazy is a former client who I worked with when I was starting in agency did it. Two of my friends
What's this you guys are talking
Oh,
about?
sorry,
also?
context.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a cruise.
There's a
Okay,
cruise.
explain it.
There's a cruise called the Welcome to Jamrock cruise, which is done by Damian Marley and his family and his business associate rather. They get this big cruise ship that can hold 5,000 people. They have all of the artists on it, all of the
Flying and
artists,
stuff.
all of the artists are on the cruise. So literally, this is your chance to be up close and personal with literally every single
Everybody.
superstar in dancehall music. They have concerts, they have sound clashes. Yo,
Everything.
this boat is huge, man.
Huge.
Tickets
So you
must
get,
be
so you
wild.
get. No. The good thing about it is they have a payment plan.
Yeah.
So like it's in December, early December. So what was interesting about it is, so I'm on Instagram. So I see my friend is on it. I'm like, yo, I need to connect you with the two friends of mine who are on it, right?
Right.
So two of my other friends are pilots, and they'd been talking about it,
Right.
for like since 2021.
Right.
But you know, back when to get your US visa, it was taking
Right.
because you got to go all the way to Florida and
Pick it up, yeah.
that's where you get on the boat to go all the way. So I'm like, yo, he's called Captain this, that. He's like, I met them last night. So it's just, like you're trying to get your friends to all meet.
Okay, my thing is this. I've always thought about, because all of the DJs do it. Robo Ranks has done it. Shawnee does it. Nikki does it every single. In fact, big up Nikki Z. She's actually on tour with Damien Marley and them as we speak. But for me, the idea of being on
I'm
a
on a
ship
boat.
with more than 50% Jamaicans, I'm sorry, I'm not boarding.
Bro,
It's how he looked at you like,
I'm on a
are you
boat.
serious right now?
Yeah. But so I've never been on a cruise.
The one was cooking, bro.
Yeah? Well, he was cooking.
No, the meal spoiled.
Like, let's actually speak about boats for a hot minute, right? So, I watch a lot of like nerdy stuff. I'm currently, actually, if you're like into like the International Space Center, go watch something on Nat Geo. They've just dropped the International Space Center and everything about it, how they produce the oxygen, if they were to be hit by a meteor, how they'd escape and everything. So I was watching one about like oil rigs and all of that, and how they actually, in the US, there's one boat that they've made that is actually like half boat, half rig. So they drive it all to like somewhere, and then the bloody thing inverts itself. And it like becomes a rig, and it's got like cranes. That shit is fascinating, right? But I am here to tell you guys, I think we need to change up the whole perception of why the white man came. The guy from Portugal, the Portuguese, Ronaldo's like grandkids and grand whatevers. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
your angle?
Grandpa.
My angle is this, right? Have you seen how boats go through like some high sea, like water clearing everything up and everything? And the boats right now are pretty sophisticated.
Yeah.
And back in the day, they weren't all that sophisticated. Yes, Vasco da Gama and all of those. But do you actually think these guys were coming down to trade with us? They had a bigger purpose. Like, let's never lie about it. When they tell us Vasco da Gama brought maize, the Portuguese brought maize to the shores of Africa and East Africa. Bro, I am not buying that story. They were coming for greater things.
Like what?
Slavery.
Yeah, that's what. Well, that's not great, but I get it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, bro, religion is not what took them through those waters.
No.
That is what I'm here to say.
It was business.
Yeah.
Of course. So,
Bro, like how am I going through all of those waters like months on months? I've not even had no chicken. Sorry.
to spread the
To
the
come say,
gospel.
to just come say,
But then you gotta look at, and this is
How many years later you living about this?
no.
Okay,
It's just watching all of
no,
those
but
things.
all right, we all know, right, that
Yeah.
religion in that context was used as a form of imperialism. So even if you look at the history of West Africa, when these missionaries popped up, remember these missionaries popped up and they had guns, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, imagine a native of any indigenous place
Shaka
on the world
Zulu, for instance.
coming up, and you got your spears and stuff, and there's a guy who's got this thing, that can shoot and kill guys. You get me?
Like you remember
Bruce's,
the
bro.
Maji resistance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those ones. So religion was used to get in, was to get
Yeah.
the door. Everything about the white man and Africa was business.
But you
Nothing
see-
was not. There was no humanity. There was nothing up. There was no. But the irony is, There's a scholar whose name is Ivan van Sertima. He's a Dutch guy, or he's a Dutch Caribbean guy. He wrote a book called They Came Before Columbus. And this book details how the Africans had gone to the Caribbean or something like that before even the Europeans got there.
Word.
Yeah, man. So that's why you ended up with the indigenous, the Arawak Indians of Jamaica and stuff. So the book's called They Came Before Columbus. And it's
That's a dope, really dope one.
crazy. Yeah.
But you know, speaking about that same kind of context, you know, like when you read about mountains in like Lake Victoria, for instance, and all of these different kind of things, and I see Africans push a narrative of, oh, we need to rename them. I am not for it. I am here for the white man naming whatever they wanted to name. Bro, I have not gone through high sea, buried, literally, thrown my friends off a boat. If I'm going to name this lake Livingstone,
I'm going to.
Bro, do it. Bro, like, fam.
That's
A black man over there called Wangoko telling you, well, no, you can't name it. We saw it first. Shut up.
That's wild.
You never named it the whole goddamn time. So I'm here. I went through everything.
But
No,
it had a
fam,
name
be with
before
me.
it was
It had a
changed.
local name.
He had a
though.
local name,
before
but
it
I
was
came
changed.
through, bro.
You're mad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, guys,
You're
think
absolute-
about it. Like, bro, it's like. Okay, I was gonna use a terrible analogy. Wouldn't be the first. But
Self-awareness, I love it.
But man, we could get cancelled if let me try and clock into another gear. It's like another man marrying my daughter's mom. My daughter's mom. Yeah, that's what
Yes,
she's called, right? Yeah. And then renaming my daughter. Yo, I'd be for it.
No, by the way.
Yeah, I found this. It's mine now.
I can't fault that logic though.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, but I understand that logic.
Yeah.
Some of your finest work yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was
yeah.
some thought behind that
Yeah.
one. Now, did you guys see the story this week about how M-Pesa is the brand loved most by women?
How can you not?
Oh, no. I can back that. Bro, I can back it. Here's the thing. You see how like us guys are always like at times, I don't know, but the man them most of the time, bro. We be going through like you don't have money on M-Pesa and all of that. Bro, ladies always have money
On M-Pesa.
stashed anywhere. You get what I mean? I can see that.
Yeah, but here the thing is, I get it, right? But
No, you don't.
I get
What
it.
do you want it to be?
I
The Bible.
I love M-Pesa too. Like there's nothing like.
But we've
have you
said
ever?
it, but
have
we've
you-
said it here
No.
before on the women do money better.
Yes, but I'm saying, do you know how? Like, when's the last time you received money on M-Pesa that you wasn't expecting? It happens, right?
Last weekend.
How did you feel?
I was pissed off.
He always does this. Why were you pissed off?
Because I'd paid for something for someone and they sent it to me back.
Because they didn't have it.
No. I'd paid for something and they sent it to me. They were like, no, worry not, I got it. I'm like, bro, I paid for it, okay? Stop nonsense. I send it back to them. The African man in me does not take such.
Your boy, that's your boy.
That's your.
No, but I'm offended. Like, come on, man.
No, but he's valid, yeah. Because he's answered the question. Like, he didn't expect that money back.
Yeah.
But you knew what the man was talking about, bro.
I think. I think it's flawed because I think
okay,
that. I don't think M-Pesa is a brand that is loved more by women. I think it's loved by
By
everybody.
everyone, yeah.
Like,
you
how
think
do
they're trying to imply something?
Yeah, like how do you say that? Like M-Pesa, like it's a headline that's skewed. Oh, the most loved brand by women is M-Pesa.
What are you trying to
No,
say?
but I could see that. It's like saying the most G-Bag Najag is more women.
What?
I can't with you. I just think that
No, it's like, no, I'm saying.
Here's a conversation we can have. What would be the most loved app by men were it not M-Pesa?
That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a
Thanks,
conversation
Andy.
we can
It's
have.
called Tinder. Bumble.
Solid contender.
Yo, can I shout going out to my guy, man? I was with one of my homies over the weekend.
Oh, man.
You know, don't
Proceeds
tell
to air out
podcasters
the home.
stories.
Don't,
But I gotta bring
don't push
this.
this narrative,
No,
bro.
no.
Some of us, we try, man.
Bro, so my homie, I'm talking to him, and he's like, bro, yo, this thing is bang. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, cool story. Me, I was just in my zone, right? Then he's like, bro, I went, giving me the story after. He's like, yo, I went and spoke to them. And one of them found me on this particular app and then has told this whole clique of girls.
Right.
So his whole mission is cooked.
He's cooked because he's on Tinder. But didn't she have to be on Tinder to see that he was on Tinder?
No, it wasn't a chick he was marking on.
Is
And
that-
so what?
I don't know.
You know, I'm usually glad some of these things happen because that guy probably saved himself a crazy torpedo. You don't want that kind of energy around you. Because if you later come to find out that, oh, this is who you are, and I could have avoided all this, if you go back and in hindsight you have that in mind, you're not going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I don't know why people demonize places like Tinder and Bumble and these things, because at the end of the day, it's like if you're on IG, if you're on any of these apps, TikTok, whatever, you're embracing a part of the social change, the social culture.
Same thing.
Social media. It's just a different. It's just bringing relationships and not even relationships
Specific,
into a specific space.
Yeah, like, hey, no bullshit. This is what I'm trying to do. Are you with it? Well, go
But
on.
on the real, like, do you actually know many guys who use dating apps? Like, by show of hands, how many guys in this room use dating apps? Exactly.
Everybody.
So I was
Are
I
you
was to
guys not gonna
support
admit?
you.
Are you gonna? All right, no. Have you ever been on a dating app?
Nope.
No, never been.
I guess out here, Juakali, bro. There's a guys for the three. Hey, I number boy.
So I'd agree with you. It makes sense, but I don't think I've thought about it. Not many of us use dating apps. Okay, to the best
I
of my
went on
knowledge.
Tinder once and I put Malik's picture up.
Oh, I remember that. I
Yeah,
remember
when you
that.
paid for that premium
I paid for
version.
that by accident. I was so
Karma.
pissed. But yeah,
Wow.
but I don't think it should be demonized though. That's just me. I think it's one of those ones.
Yeah, but okay. Let me ask you this then: what is your most favorite app on your phone?
Wow, that's a good question. I think the app.
For me, it's TikTok,
I think the app that I use the most is probably IG.
IG,
Yeah.
no Facebook.
No. I deleted Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook gets me into trouble.
Oh, MySpace.
Now you see, there's no respect there. Man said MySpace.
What about
you, know?
you, bro?
Man, you guys are gonna think this is like so like paid for, but it's the M-Cop app.
What's the app?
Okay.
Yeah, the Cop Bank app. I saw the
Oh,
God.
you use it the most.
I
yeah?
use it a lot. Like, bro, I deleted my Twitter, my Instagram, and all of that. And if you know me, I don't ever have cash on me.
Right.
So I'm transacting like here, there, what, mini,
So more
all
often
of
than
that.
not.
So if it's not like, if we're being practical, if we're really like, guys are gonna be like, no, he's bullshitting. Obviously, I use the text, I use WhatsApp, and everybody else
Right,
does.
right.
WhatsApp is
Yeah.
communication. I use the call, what. But on top of that,
Cop. Right, I'm Cop.
Yeah.
I think that it's a good junction, obviously, to talk about the year account, which is available from Cop Bank. And if you haven't got it yet, if you are a young entrepreneur and you're making your way in the game, you need to get your hands on the Cop, on the year account. It's very simple to open your account. All you need is your ID and, of course, your KRA PIN as well. That's all you need, and you can get yourself sorted out. Look out. I said this last week, if you're an up-and-coming DJ, we may have something for you real soon, courtesy of the good company and the year account. Don't let the cat out of the bag just yet, but you definitely need to stick around for that. And also, don't forget that if you do have a year account, you are also eligible to have yourself a till number as well. If you're hustling out there, like I find it so easy, it's much easier for someone to just give someone a till number to say, okay, this is how you can pay the bill, this is how you can pay me. So make sure that you take advantage of that. It's very simple to get yourself a till number from your year account. Just fill out a simple one-page form and get your co-op till number instantly and activate it with the first transaction, man.
you know what I like about it, right? Like when I was reading about it and just, learning about it, I was like, the fact that I can get like instant messages of, hey, a deposit has come in, you get. And
On the year till.
On the year
Yeah.
till, right? At the end of the day, I'm able to like see what do we close at. Because I feel like a lot of young guys who are running businesses out here, you
Yeah,
can
I
get
think-
played, right?
yeah,
Oh,
get
this
played.
didn't what. And say, for instance, like you run a shop where you are able to tell this is the number of items
Yeah.
that I've sold, right?
And also just for accounting, because I feel like
Yeah.
when people are paying you straight to your M-Pesa, it gets mixed up with the money you got yesterday. yesterday and did
this and that. Yeah.
So take
And also,
advantage
like,
of that, man.
you know, to think about it, like, in terms of also businesses, off of this, what Year are doing with the till number and everything, when you have to, like, grow your business or they want to see, when they go through your statement, they're able to see. This guy is transacting this much and all of that. So it's a dope thing.
It's
man.
a great ecosystem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And-
Definitely a good ecosystem
Yep.
to be a part of. Open your Year account today, and a lot of big things are being brewed in the background. So make sure you definitely keep across that, man. Guys, I want to talk this afternoon about...
This morning.
Or this morning, rather. This afternoon. I want to talk about this. All of us, at some point, will go through a dark moment, yeah? And, like, for me, I think, I'd say, at this point of my life, I'd say I'm the happiest I've been for a long time. And I'd say that I'm the lightest I've been for a long time. Meaning that a lot of the weight I feel like I've carried over the years, I made an intentional decision to let go of as much of it as I humanly can. And it makes me realize that, like, I'd fallen out of love with so many things that I loved initially.
Yeah.
First of all, and most apparently in my own life, is music. Like, when I think about the guy who was so hungry for new sounds and the latest this and latest, to the guy who would go to a club and just open his laptop and play some songs, I didn't recognize that those two people. And I'm glad that I'm honest enough to admit it, and honest enough to say that, like, I've reinvested in my DJ game, and I'm really going out there. I'm not going out there to just play music now. I'm going out there to give people the experiences that I know I can deliver, right? But a lot of that was born out of getting to a place where you no longer loved the thing that you used to love. And I think we had this conversation, right? It's like, even in radio, yeah? And in many people's lives who pursue a career that is in the creative space and something you love, right? Do you remember the early days? How much fun the early days?
Yep.
The early days were, right? Yeah, we can say that. The early days of us all working, so much fun. And then in the middle, it just became
Work.
work.
Flatlined.
And then, so what I'm saying is now you
Plateau.
have to intentionally find that joy to bring it back up to a level, right? So the question I want to ask guys today, and I know it's a bit deep, is like, how do you pull yourself out of those spaces when you become down because of routine and because of you've lost the love for that thing that you had? You know, for me, like, I use my example, I made a commitment to myself, and it was a commitment based upon, like, I was like, you know, at this age, in this stage of my life, this can't be it. This feeling of just going with the flow and, you know, achieving because you've done it so often that you could do it with your eyes. I had to say, no, G.
The comfortability.
Yeah, the comfort zone, screw it. You know, what have you experienced that? And if so, how have you pulled yourself out of that?
Well, unlike you, I think it's all a matter of perspective, because the thing that would be my saving grace is my belief system.
Right.
If I'm there, I'll believe that I'm meant to be here and there's a very good reason as to why I'm here, and I won't fight it, because we've been through the ebbs and flows of the things that we love, you know. And it's not just the things we love, even the people that we love.
True.
You want to be around them, and then you want a break from them. You miss them. You want to be around them again. So it's a whole cycle. So I believe that it's the same pendulum swing for me. It's the same wave for me. If I'm at a point where I'm no longer really enjoying what I'm passionate about, I'll embrace it. I'll be like, you know what? It's okay. Maybe there's a shift that's about to happen. Maybe that's what's going to take me to the next level, but I couldn't see it when I was in the mode that I was in. So it's like you're being given a timeout by your coach. You sit out for a while, you're going back into the game, and you're going to go in with a fresh set of eyes, you know, fresh legs and all that. So I'll just embrace it. I'll go through it, and you've never stayed there forever.
Right.
You know, it's only going to be momentary, and then you're going to pick up with a different kind of intensity, a different kind of love, and it seems like you're rejuvenated, you're more excited about this. Or maybe it could also be that it has served its purpose, it's done its thing. It's time. and you also can't fight that. That's how you end up in a toxic situation. You end up with a toxic person because you knew it was time to let them go a long time ago, but
Right.
you fought it for whatever reason, and you needed to fight it until you realized that, oh, maybe I don't need to fight it anymore. So long of or short of the long, I just embrace it and look forward to, okay, what's gonna come next.
So embrace the rough with the smooth.
Yeah,
That's
just
a dope
go with
one.
the flow. Yeah.
I think for me, it's like when I think about my life, fam, I used to love taking walks in Karura. Oh, you couldn't stop me. I loved it. If you ask me the last time I did take a walk, it's a
Right.
while. Then, you mentioned one thing about music. I used to go to bed listening to music. I barely do now, right? So those things that I used to do, and I think for us, as you grow up, you get busy and everything. There's so many different factors that are coming into life, consuming and taking you away from so many different kind of things, right? So you get lost in the rat race of life. And then the rat race becomes mundane. And there you are, you're back to like, oh my God, what is it that I'm going to do?
Right.
So being able to kind of reclaim that, but also the spaces you're in, I think is also very, very important.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? Are you actually with people you enjoy being around?
Bruh, I'm preach, go
That
on.
part.
You get what I mean? Or are you just existing, right? Or like the other day I sat in my house and I was like, I don't like this house anymore,
Right.
right? And I was just like, what do I need to change? Do I need to paint it? Do I need to change the curtains? Do I need to like change the rug? All of these different kind of things. I feel like we go through all of that. Like I'll think about back to things I used to do. Like I'd be on the road going places. I've lost that. You get like I'd go to Gilgil, I'd be here, I'd be there. Now I'm just always in Nairobi.
Right.
You feel me? Like those two things that I love doing that, because I think in terms of like Aska is answering this question, in everybody's unique perspective. And I like how you packaged it, G, and how you spoke about you DJing in clubs and everything. Bro, I've always said it. I actually don't love Nairobi. Like my soul does not exist here.
Right.
You get? Like if I think about how I used to love going to shags or being places that are green, I've lost it. And I can kind of feel like I'm just, like when you read some of this many Swahili literature books that we read in high school,
Fasihi.
the narrative that was always perceived was this person is coming from shags and they get into the city and they get lost in the
Utengano.
city lights and everything. Bro, I can kind of tell you that is actually kind of true, right? And now that I think about it, is when I look at the older folk who, like, say, for instance, your dad or whatever, he was probably posted somewhere, but every weekend, the guy used to go to the country and everything. So balance at the end of the day, I hope I've kind of made it.
I hold on to the point where you've said about being around the right people. And I think that also it's one of those crucial things where I think, especially in this space that we operate in, it's so easy to be around so many people who aren't necessarily right for your spirit.
Yeah. And I think for us guys especially, half of the time, like, of course we love our fans and everything, but also our fans, based upon what we do on the mics are open, are there for so many amazing moments, but they're also not there for the dark moments, right? We do reflect them when we're going through stuff on the pod, but by the virtue of, hey, you're having a dark day, guys are not tuning into the radio to
hear that.
Yeah. So we're tuned to really fake that.
Yeah.
So it gets to a point where we perfect it. And a great example I'll use is like Heath Ledger. Bro, he killed the biggest role of his career. And what does he do after? Off himself. When he did the Joker.
Robin Williams, same thing.
Robin Williams. Bro, Robin Williams.
Spent the whole of his life making
Bruh,
people laugh.
When I ask guys, what's your favorite movie? They're like, Mrs. Doubtfire. Think about that. And then...
Bro, let me tell you, that Robin, now we're talking about that. And end of the day, for anybody who goes through those moments, it's always good to try to reach out to someone to help you through those moments. Robin Williams, right? When I was a kiddo,
Yeah.
He used to be on this television program. It was called something like Mork and Mindy. Like that was his breakthrough, right? And then when he committed suicide, it was like, for me, it was. I've actually at the moment I actually wrote about it because it was so hard for me to conceive this guy who has spent his entire
Life.
Like, he even had a movie called, was it Good Morning Vietnam, where he was a radio presenter in Vietnam, blah, blah, blah. His entire life has been dedicated to make us just laugh, you know.
Yep.
You get?
It's crazy.
And so that's why I ask these questions about those dark moments, because the thing about it is, I think even for like you mentioned, the guys who are fans who watch us, most people in the public eye present such a sanitized, perfect version of what they're going through. Do you know what I mean?
But also, I feel like these conversations are also very personal in terms of what people are going through and everything. At times you may be going through something and you liken it to someone, but you've not really even had your own personal conversation. So like say you're saying, oh, I'm going through like a low moment in my life, and someone says it, and you think that because you've not addressed your own issues, you liken, because you see, I can see what Andy's going through, let me kind of pick, these symptoms are the same as mine, and this is how he got out of, you know, like it's a very band-aid over the counter, right, for lack of a better word. But you feel that we don't really have conversations, and I feel it's culture, how we've perceived it. And I've seen we've had strides in terms of mental health conversations, but I feel like this is one of those things which is still uncurable. It will still continue to be there, on and on. And I would love for us to, I feel like the vaccine for it, I don't have the perfect answer for this, but it's been, like you said, self-aware, having these conversations with yourself, actually saying, let me take myself, like many years, you said it on the radio, let me take my soul to the laundry, you know, cry about these things and all of this kind of stuff. Because it's very confusing in this age.
This week I've been, this last couple of weeks, I've been reading this book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, right? And basically, the premise in the book is that many people put good energy out into the world, but because you put good energy out in the world, you expect the world to give it back to you. You don't articulate what you want. You don't say to yourself, okay, I'm putting this good energy in the world, but you've not spoken about the good energy you put out there, but you just expect the world to give it back to you. You say, if I do good things and if I fulfill your needs before you even make them known, then I'm going to have a good life. And that's simply not how the world works.
It's not.
So just be a bastard.
True story. But don't be a bastard. But also, don't be a bastard on the road.
The thing about it is, shut up. The thing about it is, it's like, I just feel that it's a conversation that I want us to have more of, because I really think, and you know, I'm always going to advocate for the boy child. It's like one of those ones where, as you know, I really do think that men don't talk, or why men don't talk, whatever. But even amongst the younger set of man them who's coming through, you have to find those pockets where you can express outside of society's values, you know. It's so important to find yourself in these times, man. Me, bro, I can honestly sit there and say I'm the happiest I've been for a long time. But it came with it came with a lot of intentionality and a lot of just, fam, I left my house last week and went to bar next door on a Wednesday night. I was derailed. G Money of Sound Mind was derailed
on a school night.
To leave my house. I didn't even have a car, and take an Uber to bar next door.
Damn.
Time of my life, went to work the next day, and I'm like, yo, bro, I've not done that for so long. When you met me, we used to leave the club and go to work.
We used to, yeah.
Like leave the club 4 o'clock. We're in the studio 5, sleep for 1 hour. Boom, you're on air.
Pop.
Good times.
Good times.
But you know what's crazy about it? And I think we can all have this conversation. And for a lot of people, you mentioned the boy child and everything, they go through a lot. And when I read the tweets, when I see what guys are even pushing on Masculinity Saturday, guys have been told, yo, kaza, mwanaume, and just make money, bro. That money is not going to be a cushion. It might be nice, but when you're like low, it can buy you things, shiny things, and all of those things that will have you think, oh, happiness, I've achieved it. But in real sense,
No, you have to do the work, bro. You have to do the work.
I think that in terms of, I think the reason why Masculinity Saturdays and Andrew Kibe and Andrew Tate, and is his name Tate?
Yeah.
Top G,
Top G.
I think honestly, and I maintain that a lot of what they say is actually true. Not all of it, but I'm old enough to discern the bits that I do want and the bits that I don't want. One of the things that they do say in terms of, I do believe it's important for you to focus on yourself. Because I feel like if you are the best version of yourself, you can attract the best version of someone who's compatible for you, or like a woman who can fulfill your needs. You know, the issue is, and it's a very big issue, is that our parents and grandparents built together. Guys are not building together now.
yep.
Guys, it's like, are you ready? How advanced are you in the food chain? How long is it gonna take? Do you have the potential to get there? Guys are not building from when we used to just have sardines and bread
Yep.
to when we can afford steaks.
It's
But
business decisions.
it's business,
now.
so you have
Yeah.
to become the best. You have to put yourself in the best possible position. You know, what I mean?
That's actually true, man. It's
There's
especially
nothing, so when they say that, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
and especially in this city of ours, bro. Yeah. Packaging that's been done. Mad.
Nairobi.
Hey.
So you have to unpackage. That's why conversations
Bro.
are very, very, very important, man.
Man,
Like,
like-
I've said this so many times, there's always a prettier babe at the next corner, bro.
Yeah.
And as far as guys are concerned, there's someone with more money, better looks, a better house, better car, better everything. And you'll find them at every corner. So what sets everyone apart? So again, when we realize, or when you realize that somebody's persona doesn't really gel well with yours, or it doesn't really align with yours, might not really matter how peng or how hot you are. As guys, we might entertain it for a bit, but it can only be for so long, rather.
Yeah, bro, and that shit is
Until now we
boring.
get down to the wire, and you're like, okay, now I have to go for exactly what I want. I'm done with the games. I've done whatever I needed to do. So right now, who am I looking at? And you're not just looking at looks. You're not going to just look at how people are appearing on the outside. So if you haven't done the inner work, then you don't expect to make demands for the universe to give you someone who's done all the work.
Doesn't work like that.
It's not a fair trade. You talk about grace and everything, but the universe will look at you as, you have to become the person that you're asking for. So give that energy, you're going to get it back even without having to ask about it. So you're right on that energy thing. Be the highest version of yourself, and then wherever you're at that frequency, you're going to meet your tribe.
It's interesting. Sorry to digress.
Let's go.
You were mentioning that, and I've just remembered on my family WhatsApp group. So my mom and my aunt had a sleepover, right? And my mom sent a message to the group, and she was like, "Oh, thank you." So she's now talking to my auntie. She's like, "Thank you for packing breakfast for me. I'm at the office having breakfast." And I was just like, wow, that's so cute.
Very.
Like, they do that at their age.
Yeah.
Like, she was at the office, and she's like, she's taking a picture of like, yo, my auntie packed it for her. Early morning kind of thing. Because she was like going to the office earlier than my aunt was. That's good energy.
Very.
But you see, that's good energy. But you know why that's so dope? It's something that anybody can do.
Yeah.
It's something that you can do for someone. But and the point I'm making is those small gestures, right? Like, I feel that sometimes, even amongst your peers, amongst the people that you love, we wait for the grandiose. When sometimes it's really the smallest things that people can do. Like, when Byron is holding that girl's hand as he's walking down towards the river, when we went for the walk on Sunday, and then helping her back up. That was beautiful.
Oh, that was
that
really
the
was
meandering.
beautiful. Yo, there were
Looking
so
nice
many
under the shade,
sub-stories on
bro.
that walk. Hey, shout out, before we end, I want to big up the Sandwich crew. The Sandwich crew.
Sandwich podcast.
Podcast crew.
Yeah.
They have their live, is it the 20th of April?
Yeah, for 20.
20th of April at 420. I didn't even realize 420.
Come on now.
The Dome.
At the Dome, ASK Grounds. I think tickets are they already out? Tickets out? Or they will be out soon.
Yeah, very soon.
So, Bruh, so Kibbs was there with his girlfriend. You know, we can talk about Kibbs' girlfriend because he talks about her, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the first, not the first time I've met her, but the first time I've interacted with her. Beautiful soul, by the way.
Yeah.
Good choice. So, you know, like they walking and, you know, they're holding hands like that, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm walking behind them. So I start to sing, love, so many things I want to tell you, but I'm afraid. I start.
Why you
know what he
jinxing that
did?
relationship, bro?
You know what he did? He let go of her hand.
Yeah, because now you're making it
Oh,
awkward.
God damn.
What do you mean, Kibbs? You should have held on even tighter. Because love, so many people use your name in vain.
That's unfortunate.
But it's like my co-host, man. Hey, my co-host is in love, bruh. You guys wasted time.
What? No, G, but you have seen your co-hosts through women. Think about it.
Wow.
This is mics are open. My name is G-Money.
Why are you shying away from the conversation?
No, I'm not
man?
shying.
Anyway.
I want to do the Minnesota.
Andy Young.
Big C.
Yeah, man.